And the period it took to draw up the plans originally and construct the building. And that makes me wonder. Well, hear me again. The time it took to draw up the plans and construct the building was a shorter timeline than the time that's elapsed since the building was opened, and we've been going back and forth on this issue. Okay, I understand you're saying that there's no direct relationship between you and REG, but certainly, if you've got the extensive coastal construction experience, then if they're taking down the wrong path, then you should be advising us that there's a different way to get this thing done. But we have lost revenue up there. We can't rent that unit out. It has been a financial drain to this city. It's been a public relations nightmare to the city. And then they don't show up, and you claim that you don't know what's going on. Heck, if I was in your shoes, I would have this fixed within a couple of months after the building opened. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'll modify my motion. You have 1 week if I have a special meeting, because I don't want to deal with this anymore.
So we're gonna motion to move it to the next meeting? Is that what?
No, that wasn't a motion. The motion was to approve
Yeah, I
Tables to
suggested
the
you might
next-
want to table it if
to
you're
the next
considering doing that, but the motions are different, that's.
we already had a motion. The motion was to follow staff recommendation to find them a default. And I'll modify that to say that I'll pull my motion and ask for a 1 week extension of a special meeting to deal with this in 1 week. That way you have sufficient time to get your lawyers in here and figure it out.
It's more than lawyers, Commissioner.
Yeah, I
There's-
don't think
there's
that's
a-
enough
You
time
want a
to
solution,
decide.
you don't want lawyers.
Yeah.
I mean, I can fill a room with lawyers.
Yeah.
You don't want lawyers.
Right.
You want solutions, you want it fixed. The longer the time.
Hold on a second, I've got a motion on the floor. Do I have a second for his motion?
Well,
You have to
originally you
ask-
had
we
a
have to
motion
remove the
and a
motion.
second.
Alright, so the first motion, he was amending his motion.
Well, I guess
Who
that's.
made the motion?
He made the first motion.
That's correct, the vice mayor
Made the first
made the motion,
and you made the
Commissioner
second.
Amoroso seconded.
And now he's amending his motion.
Now he's amending his
So I'm
motion.
asking for a second of his amended motion. Motion fails for lack of a second. Does
I
anyone
move,
want
I'm,
Okay.
oh, okay. I move that we follow the city manager's suggestion, table it for 2 weeks. That gives you 2 weeks, and, you know, I think you're understanding that.
I am.
And if I might comment, I would suggest that don't rely on REG to come up with, design the solution. You guys are builders. You can find somebody to design it. If you can't do it, you just build the specs. Well, find somebody to give you some specs. You know, I mean, that's, you guys probably know a few folks that design things, and get it done.
Vice Mayor?
I
So my motion is that we table it.
Second.
Second the motion? What did you have?
Well, that's just what I asked, and I guess going back to that point about them finding somebody that, with their experience or whatever, to find a solution, what difference does it make if they have 1 week or 2 weeks? We've gone 3 years. Do you see what I'm saying? To your point, where you can bring all the lawyers in next week, you need a solution. Well, we haven't had a solution in 3 years. Why are we gonna have a solution in 2 weeks as opposed to 1 week?
We're not gonna have a resolution. I think what he was trying to say is, we're not gonna have a resolution to the whole problem. It'll be fixed and amended in 2 weeks' time. They're gonna find a resolution and agree to perform a resolution, or to mediate in whatever legal way that needs to be handled, that the city needs to handle, and I will refrain from speaking more on that. But we've got a motion on the floor in a second. Do I have any public comment cards on the issue?
Yes, you did.
I do I? And who might that be? Come on down. Joanne Golden. Did you have a card on this? Okay, then Peggy Fisher, you're next.
Peggy Fisher, 508 North 8th Street. As a resident and taxpayer in this city, this has cost all of the taxpayers of the city for these 3 years. It does matter what glue we need to use, because we need to make sure it's the right glue. I cannot believe this has gone on, and I agree with you all giving them some extension, but you need to have all of them here. And this bit, Logranti's has built a lot of government buildings in this county. Most recently, one for the Palm Beach County tax collector, I believe, on Lake Worth Road. So they're very active in this county, and all of us in this city have suffered by the lack of quality work, quality design at the casino building. And it's atrocious that this has taken 3 years to get to this point. And I, as just an individual taxpayer and resident of the city, look to these firms to say, it's ridiculous. Thank you.
We've got a motion on the floor and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Vice Mayor, did you hear me?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much.